So, hello students. So, last class we have finished thermometer, that is how to read thermometer and what are the how is the thermometer, types of thermometer, that is we consider clinical thermometer. So, till this moment what we have learned? So, we have learned why wear the basics of heat, that is why we wear woolen cloths in some rain seasons and some seasons we wear cotton cloths, that is in very lighter material shirts, that is we wear cotton cloths in summer and woolen cloths in winter. So we have considered all those, and we have considered with which instrument or with which scale we use the heat of uh, object, that we call that as temperature. So what is temperature? Temperature is the degree measure of hotness or coldness of a body, that we call it as temperature, and it is measured in degree Celsius, Fahrenheit, Kelvin, which is the SI unit. The SI unit is Kelvin. Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature. Okay, so after this, we learned about thermometer. Thermometer is what? It is the instrument used to measure the temperature. Thermo means heat. So for that reason, it is used to measure the heat, means it is used to measure the temperature. So that is thermometer. So two types of thermometer mainly we are considering: clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. Other types of thermometers are also there. Digital thermometer is there, maximum minimum thermometer is also there. So here we are considering clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. So in last class we have seen clinical thermometer and how to take the reading by using the thermometer. Which is the material used in the thermometer? That is mercury. Mercury is also called as liquid metal. So this much you have known. So what is the human body temperature? So normal it is considered as 37 degrees Celsius. 37 degrees Celsius. So if this is considered in Fahrenheit, we say it as 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. 98.6 degree, or sometimes it is said as 98.4 also we can say, but usually consider 98.6 degree or 98.4 degree it is coming. So you remember this is not need. Okay, 98.6 degree or 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. So SI unit of degrees, SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. Okay, now we'll move to the precautions. What should be the precautions we should take by taking the reading? So that is in clinical thermometer. So what are the precautions we must take? See what happens, the precautions must be important here, because mercury is present in clinical thermometer. So when the mercury is present in clinical thermometer, if we while doing the jerking, so if you by mistake do it wrongly, then it might show wrong reading. Okay, so what are the important precautions we should take while measuring clinical thermometer? First one is thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. First one is what? Thermometer should be washed. Okay. Thermometer should be washed. Should be washed before and after use. Should be washed before use and after use. Before and after use, preferably with antiseptic solution. Before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. With an antiseptic solution. See what happens here. So the thermometer must be washed before and after use. Why? I already discussed this in the last class. What we have discussed, see the clinical thermometer, if somebody uses, if he is ill or if he is having some disease, that is little bit attached to that thermometer. If you keep the same thermometer within your mouth or under the tongue, below the tongue, then what happens, that disease, there is a chance that that disease might transfer to you. So that is why before and after use we should wash the thermometer with the antiseptic solution. This is our first one. So what is my second one? Ensure that before use mercury level should be below 35 degrees Celsius, and read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of sight. Okay. Second one is ensure the mercury level must be below 35 degrees Celsius. Ensure the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. While measuring, mercury should be, or tube should be on the line of sight. Mercury should be, or scale, you can say scale should be on the line of sight. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೀರಿ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಅದೇನಿರಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಟ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯ ನೇರಕ್ಕಿರಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ನಾ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, that might show little bit wrong. So that is why. So then keeping the level of the mercury rather than scale, we say it measuring. While measuring, keep level of mercury, okay, level of mercury along the line of sight, along the line of sight, along the line of sight. So these are the first three precautions. What are these precautions? Precautions while using clinical thermometer. While using clinical thermometer. Okay, three we have seen now. Now three has to be seen. So we understood three now. First one, thermometer should be washed before and after use with preferably antiseptic solution. Ensure the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. See, the level of mercury should be below 35 degrees Celsius. If it is above 35 degrees Celsius means, so it will show again wrong thing. So it should be below 35 degrees Celsius. While measuring, keep the level of mercury along the line of sight. Okay, if you are taking, so if you say this is a thermometer, then for example, you take this is a pen. Okay, if you say this is a thermometer, so it should be along the line of sight. You should watch like this. The line of sight means ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತ ದೃಷ್ಟಿ is exactly in the straight line with mercury level. ಅದು straight line ದಾಗ ಇರಬೇಕು. Okay, so what is my fourth one? Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against some hard object, it can break. So we should handle the thermometer with care. So what is my fourth one? Handle. So please note down these also. Handle the thermometer. Handle the thermometer with care. Handle the thermometer with care. If it hits hard object, it might break. See, it is made up of glass. Okay, you have to handle it very carefully. While jerking, somewhere it slips down and breaks, falls, then definitely it will break down. Or if while breaking down, if it touches the wall, or if it touches any hard object, then definitely it gets breakdown. So while handling the thermometer, handle the thermometer with care. If it hits the hard object, it might break. So you have to take very much care of that. And another one thing, so these clinical thermometer should not be kept to the sunlight. So if it is around about 11 am, 12 pm or in the afternoon, there will be more heat, that will be more hot. The sun is more hotter at that time. So this thermometer may break down if it is kept to sunlight also. If it is summer season, then there will be more hot. That time there is a chance that it might break. And even we should not keep it near the flame. Flame ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇರ್ತದ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿರ್ತದ ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಾತಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅವಾಗ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಇರ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಕೀಪ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ನಿಯರ್ ದ ಫ್ಲೇಮ್ ನಿಯರ್ ಇಡಬಾರ್ದು ಮತ್ತು ಬಿಸಿಲಿಗೆ ಇಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ, ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಆಗೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ದ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಬೈ ದ ಬಲ್ಬ್ ವೈಲ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, don't hold the thermometer by the bulb right and reading it. Don't hold the thermometer by the bulb. Don't hold the thermometer by the bulb when reading it. See you are reading the thermometer. So that time, say I said, if you consider this as bulb, this side as bulb, you should not touch and hold like this. The bulb should be placed inside the tongue. So you cannot hold that. If you hold by the bulb, what happens? Here the temperature is not measured. Mercury is measuring the temperature. Mercury level is measuring the temperature. So that mercury level is present. That mercury is present in bulb only. So if you hold here, then you have to keep the other side under your tongue. So that will not at all measure anything. So that is why if you have to measure the temperature of a body, you have to hold the thermometer by the other side of the bulb, and bulb which is having the mercury should be placed below the tongue. So these are the important things. These are the precautions you should take while measuring or while using clinical thermometer. So let me quickly glance it once again. So what are the five precautions? So let me say, thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. So ನೋಡಿ, thermometer ನ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೆಂಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ನೀವು ಊಟಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೂ ಕೈ ತೊಳ್ಕೊತೀರಿ, ಊಟ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಕೈ ತೊಳ್ಕೊತೀರಿ ಮತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಹಂಗ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕೂಡ ಅದೇ ತರ. ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೂ ಅದನ್ನ ತೊಳಿಬೇಕು, ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೂ ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಶ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು by using antiseptic solution. Okay, so there is a chance of disease transfer irodrinda we have to take care little bit. That is why we have used antiseptic solution. Second one, ensure the mercury level is below 35 degrees Celsius. So adra ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸಿದೆ mercury level ಇರ್ತದೆ, that should be below 35 degrees Celsius. If it is above 35 degrees Celsius, it will definitely show wrong temperature to us. So that is why we should ensure that mercury level ಏನಿರ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು 35 degrees Celsius ಗಿಂತಲೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. I hope you have all seen clinical thermometers. So ನೀವು ದವಾಖಾನೆಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ clinical thermometer. ಸೊ ಅದರ mercury level ಇರ್ತದೆ, ರೆಡ್ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, that is mercury level. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡಿನಿ, ನೋಡಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ದಾಗ ಹೋಗಿ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ರ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಸಿಗ್ತದ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಇಮೇಜಸ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಹೊಡಿಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, while measuring, keep level of mercury along the line of sight. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಮೆಜರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಟ್ ದಾಗ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮರ್ಕ್ಯೂರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಡಿದ್ನಿ ಅಥವಾ ಮ್ಯಾಲ್ ಹಿಡಿದ್ನಿ ಅವಾಗ ರಾಂಗ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತದ. ಸೊ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕೀಪ್ ದ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮರ್ಕ್ಯೂರಿ ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈಟ್. Then handle the thermometer with care. If it hits hard object, it might break. We have to handle the thermometer with very much care, because while jerking or while using it, if it hits hard object by mistake, then definitely it breaks, because it is made up of glass. So don't hold a thermometer by the bulb when reading, while reading, or when reading is taking. So you can make it as while taking the reading. Okay, while taking reading. Okay, so Why we should not hold the thermometer by the bulb? So I have already told you one point. Another point I will tell you. So after 1 minute which it is kept under your tongue, you will take it out. So if you, okay, now this part is kept under your tongue, you will take it out. Now if you hold like this, for example I am telling, so it have already been recorded the temperature of our inner body. Okay, now if you hold like this, that means now it is measuring the temperature of your fingers. So there is a difference between those temperatures. The inner body temperature and the finger temperature is little bit different. Okay, so now it will show the wrong temperature. So that is why we should not hold the bulb while reading the thermometer. While measuring also you should not touch it by bulb. While reading also you should not touch it by. So always hold it by the other side. So these are the precautions you should take while using clinical thermometer. And after this we come across, so I will show you the thermometer, that is laboratory thermometer we have to go for. See, I hope you all can see that. So this is the laboratory thermometer. If you, definitely if you come to after corona lockdown is over, when you come to school, definitely science teacher or somebody will definitely in the lab it is there, you can see that. So this is, I think you can observe here, this is what, if you have taken the book, that is really very good. So this is laboratory thermometer. Clinical thermometer we have seen now. So this we can say this is, it's a bigger one. Laboratory thermometer, the measure is minus 10 degrees Celsius to plus 110 degrees Celsius. So that is the measure of laboratory thermometer. Okay, we will see some basic concepts of laboratory thermometer this class. You write down this. Okay, take the screenshot or pause the video and write down this. Now I grab this. So these are the precautions that should be taken while using thermometer. So now I will go to laboratory thermometer. So before going to laboratory thermometer, I will tell you. So you might have seen in the television that, so in the news there are always they telling the maximum temperature of this region, for example Bagalkot. So they usually mention with district names. The maximum temperature recorded of Bagalkot today is 42 degrees Celsius, say 40 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees Celsius, and the minimum temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. So if you say in Kannada, if you are watching, most of you watch the news in Kannada only. So ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಉಷ್ಣಾಂಶ 40 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಉಷ್ಣಾಂಶ 26 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ. ವಿಜಯಪುರ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗರಿಷ್ಠ ಉಷ್ಣಾಂಶ 42 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ, ಕನಿಷ್ಠ ಉಷ್ಣಾಂಶ 28 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ದಾಖಲಾಗಿದೆ. I am giving this example. So how they measure this? Another thermometer called, there is one thermometer, maximum and minimum thermometer. So maximum, minimum thermometer. So this thermometer is used for that purpose only. This thermometer is placed in that place and it records the maximum temperature and minimum temperature. The level it records. So this thermometer is used to measure the temperatures of maximum temperatures and minimum temperature of a different place. So which we use in weather forecasting. That is new in the news, they told that weather forecasting. So for the weather forecasting and for measuring the maximum and minimum temperature of a place and for weather forecasting, this thermometer is used. What is that thermometer? Maximum minimum thermometer. Okay, you should write down this. And after that we will move to laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. See, laboratory thermometer. See what happens here. Laboratory thermometer, obviously as the name suggests, it is used in laboratory. So the only thing is you should remember very very important is minus 10 to 110 degrees Celsius. Range is from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. It is used to measure the temperature of a different objects which are more than 40 degrees Celsius or which are below than 35 degrees Celsius or 30 degrees Celsius. Sometimes while you are making the lab, so there is some solution which are having highest temperature. There may be the solution which you have to reduce to the lowest temperature. For example, if you want to know the melting point of water, that is 0 degrees Celsius, then how will you do? For 0 degrees Celsius which is not available in clinical thermometer. So lab ಒಳಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ದ ನೀರಿನ ಕರಗುವ ಬಿಂದು. ಸೊ ಐಸ್ ಇದ್ದದ ನೀರು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಐಸ್ ಇದ್ದದ ನೀರು ಯಾವ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ದಾಗ ಆಗ್ತದ? 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಗೆ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we cannot use it by clinical thermometer. ಇದರ ಕ್ಲಿನಿಕಲ್ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ 35 ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 42 ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಬೇಕು ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಸೊ ಹಂಗಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ರೋಟರಿ. ಸೊ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ರೋಟರಿ ಥರ್ಮೋಮೀಟರ್ ಹೋಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್, 10 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್, -10. ಸೊ -10 to 110 ಮಟ್ಟ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಶೋಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 0 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೆಲ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಾಯ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಇಸ್ 100 degree Celsius. When the water is boiling, you keep the laboratory thermometer inside the water. Then it shows 100 degree Celsius. That is our boiling point of water. So now you have seen laboratory thermometer. Okay. So what is there in laboratory thermometer? So temperature is measured, of course. They have given that teacher will show you the thermometer definitely. So it is available in lab once the COVID is finished. So when you come to school, you can easily see that it is available in lab. Okay, so that is laboratory thermometer. Okay, so we have discussed here today clinical thermometer precautions and maximum minimum thermometer. It is used to measure weather forecasting, or it is used to measure the maximum and minimum temperature of a place. And we have seen, we have just shown you laboratory thermometer and the range of it. Okay, and it is used in labs. So still you have to little bit study about laboratory thermometer and other concepts, and we will see those all things in the upcoming classes. So if you have any doubts, please let me know with this number. This is my number 7353696923. So you can WhatsApp me at this number. So my name is Vivek sir. Okay, you can WhatsApp me at this number, but while WhatsApping you should first tell your name. First write there your name, your class, then you ask the doubt. Okay, simply don't send me. I should have to know who is the person. Okay, definitely I will help you to answer. If you have doubts, you can ask me in the WhatsApp. So no need to worry about that. Study well, take the book, study well. Okay, so we'll see the remaining things in the next class.